Good morning. How are y'all? I'm massaging my ears. I got fluid on my ears this morning, which means I'm going to have an unbalanced day. I'm reading y'all's comments. I was trying to figure out where everyone, Heidi, I forgot where you were, and Chris looked it up and said, no, she's in New York. She's freezing to death. And I saw Jane's like -10. I'm like, oh, let's see what it's going to be here. Good morning, Brenda. Let's see. Today in Alabama, in North Alabama, where it's the coldest, our high is 63. And on Friday, it's going to be 71. I know y'all hate me. All you people that are freezing to death. Y'all are like, ugh. But we're supposed to have a couple of, I think like 2 weeks of good weather, which is nice. Cause I'm like, I know it's coming. Like I sit here and prepare myself. I'm like, don't get excited, Judy, because you're gonna be freezing cold. come, come, February or the end of January. I'm fixing to get ready. I'm not really sure why, because I have nothing to do today. I hate when my hair does this. I feel like Squeaky on Laverne and Shirley. You know how he had that? It's like a cowlick. It looks terrible. All right. Today, my brain has been this is how I am. When a situation happens, if I don't write it down, like when it gets to be Monday or Wednesday, I have forgotten what I'm supposed to be talking about. Like I have to write down the situation so that I remember it, because otherwise I will not remember. And today I woke up and I was like, because I created the live, I think it was yesterday or Saturday, and I was like, oh God, what is that? What was I going to talk about? I'm so ADHD. It's terrible. But I'm sitting here trying to think, okay, what has happened to me that I need to talk about? And the first thing that comes to my mind is it seems like in my marriage and dealing with me, it's like a constant, I constantly am having to work at it. Like it doesn't just come natural. Like living with myself and living with Shane, it's like I am slap worn out because I'm having to figure out what the crap Shane's trying to tell me, or I'm trying to figure out where like my thought process is coming from. And like, I'll lay that out so I can go get some. But like last night, Shane and I were fixing to go to bed, and all of a sudden, I say to him, I say, something's missing. Something's missing out of our marriage. And he's like, what? What are you talking about? And I'm like, well, I feel lonely. I feel like you don't pay me attention. And he's like, oh, oh God, here we go. And I was just like, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel lonely? And I'm like, well, 95% of the time I'm by myself. That's why I feel lonely. And he was like, oh, I'm never here. I'm never here. And I'm like, yes, you're physically here, but you're in your shop or you're building something. Like there's never any Judy time. And he was like, Oh, I didn't take you out to we didn't go out to eat. I think it was on Saturday. We didn't go out to eat. We didn't have a date. Yeah, we did. Well, so I don't show you no attention, Judy. I literally took you out to eat and paid for it. And in my head, this is my head. Well, that wasn't a real date. That was like me in my daggum chicken clothes going out to eat. That does not count. And he's like, I don't understand. Why does that not count? I literally took you out to eat. It doesn't count, Shane. I'm sorry, but that's not what I need. And I'm like, you need to figure out my needs. And he's like, you need to go to bed. You need to go to bed, sleep, roll over, and get up another because you'll be different the next day. And I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, what is wrong with me? It's like I wear myself out trying to figure out what Shane is trying to tell me and what I'm feeling. I'm like, why am I feeling like this? Why am I feeling all needy? Like what is going on with me? Is it just a feeling and an emotion that I'm just feeling in the moment? Or is it a fact? Am I really feeling lonely? Or is it like what is it? What is wrong with me? I sat there. Because then what happens is when I tell him how I feel, we end up in a fight. Because he feels like he's done something wrong. And I'm like, dude, you have. You neglect me. Like, and like he'll complain, well, you never show me any attention. Never. And I'm like, well, you need to figure out why I don't show you attention. You need to break it down, Joker. Figure out how your wife receives love. And he's looking at me like I got four horns on my head because he ain't a therapy person. He's like, I ain't got time for that crap. But he's never been in therapy. He doesn't know what tools in your pocket mean or break it down or figure out. Don't try. This is what we do as human beings. We think other people receive love the same way we do. So like I receive love through when he does something special for me, like goes out and does something, which is slim to none. He doesn't do that. Shane is not going shopping for me a present. Shane, and I've told you this, Shane is never going, Judy's been wanting, I don't know, Judy's been wanting this lamp. So I'm going to sneak behind her back and I'm going to buy that lamp for her birthday. That is not my husband. But that's how I receive love. Shane receives love by I can tell he feels love when I cook. Y'all, that when I cook a meal, like for example, I had cooked a lasagna before Christmas, and Shane ended up getting the stomach virus, so I ended up having to freeze it because he was sick. And so I pulled the lasagna out of the freezer, and for lunch, I warmed up some lasagna, and I made a little piece of garlic bread to go with it. And I could tell after he ate that for lunch, he was like so peppy. He was like so nice. Like, I could tell he, like, felt love, like, "Oh my gosh, Judy made a homemade lasagna and cooked it, warmed it up for me, and even made some bread," which I don't normally do, and she gave it to me for lunch, and he felt like I could tell that he was like, "That girl loves me." And I'm like, "It feels so dumb." I'm like, "I gotta cook a meal. I gotta cook a meal for him to feel loved." Like, that wears me out. I don't wanna do that. I'd rather just, I don't know, go get a card or something and tell him how much I love him. Like, that's what I wanna do. Because if he went out and got his prescription and said, "Oh, I think I'll get Judy a card," and he went to the card and picked me out a card and wrote a little note in it, I would be like, "He loves me. Oh my God, he loves me." But Shane ain't doing that. Shane wants to show me love in the way he receives love. Like, I'm supposed to just know it. And that's not how my brain works. And it feels like my brain is in overdrive going, "Okay, you received love this way, but this is how he shows it." It's like it wears me out. I feel like I'm in a mental health crisis every day, trying to figure out what he's saying to me. And I've been a recording machine since I've had a lot of downtime. I am like way up on my videos for YouTube, okay? And I recorded this, but not everybody watches my live. But this weekend, well, I shouldn't say this weekend. All the time. All the time. Shane says, "You got too many chickens. You need to cut back." He says it all the time. And those words take me to outer space. I get so mad at him. I'm like, he doesn't even know what he's talking about. I get infuriated with him. So this week, he comes out to my farm like he knows what he's doing, like he runs Sneed's farmhouse, and he starts telling me what I need to do with my farm. And when he's talking, I'm sitting here going, in my head, I'm like, ain't got a clue. Ain't got ain't got a clue. Because if he walked out to my chickens, if he walked out to my chicken yard, okay, I can tell you what every breed of my chicken is. Like I have 150 chickens. I can say that's a Brahma, that's a Rhode Island Rhea, that's a Easter Egger, that's a Cochin, that's a Orpington. I can tell you what every chicken is, and I can tell you what color egg they lay pretty much. There's some that I have to guess on, but pretty much I can narrow down every breed of chicken that I have, and I can tell you their personality. Okay? Shane can go hunting for 2 weeks, and when he gets home, he's not even going into the farm. Like, he doesn't miss the animal. He misses the dogs, but he ain't missing Leroy. He ain't dying to go out there and give Mickey a kiss. Like, his brain he's not into Sneed's farmhouse like I am. Like, I cannot wait to get up and go let the animals out. Or I can't wait to go out there and film me feeding the chickens. Or I can't wait for people to come tour and see what my animals do. all into that. Shane is not into Sneed's farmhouse. He's not. It's like right now we've got hunting on his mind. He's not thinking about, well, I don't know. That barn needs to be cleaned out. I have to go, hey, will you help me clean out the barn with the skid steer? Will you fix the skid steer? Because the barn looks like who to thunk it and it's driving me crazy. Please help me do this. And I have to stay on him. And then he fixes the skid steer and then he goes out there and does it. But he doesn't walk out to the farm and go, crap, this barn needs to be cleaned out. He doesn't do that. His brain doesn't work that way. When it comes to Sneed's farmhouse, it's me. It's me. And I sit here. So this weekend, we were out in the farm. He's been on me. You got too many chickens. And I'm like, my eyes are going. I'm that kid that's rolling her eyes. I'm like, he drives me crazy. Why does he stay on me all the time about having too many chickens? So then yesterday, he's come up with this plan. You need to separate your chickens by breeds. You need to be breeding these purebreds and selling chickens. I don't enjoy that. I don't. I do not enjoy it. Okay? It's not fun to me. What's fun to me is chickens just being everywhere. I like to walk out to the farm and all the chickens run to me. And there's like 150 chickens running to me. I feel like I'm in flipping heaven. I like to sit in the middle of my farm and 150 chickens run around and sit in my lap and eat out of my hand. And that's what I enjoy. I don't enjoy breeding chickens. Now, when it comes to my Polish chickens, I do like to separate them because I'm scared to death I will lose them. They're my favorite chickens, and I'm scared to free range them. And I know that seems weird, but I'm so afraid. I spent so much money and time and effort raising them and keeping their colors right. And I do enjoy breeding those and having baby chicks and raising them to see what they look like or selling and blessing other farms. I do. But I don't want to separate my chickens by breeds and keep them in a fence and breed them. I don't. So yesterday, he came out to the farm. First time he had been in the farm in 2 weeks. Okay. He comes out to the farm and I'm trying to listen to him. It ain't going well. I'm like, okay, I'll separate by breed and stick them in a pen. And I feel like crying. I don't want to do that. But he wants me to do that. So I haven't told y'all this, but I had to sell all my pigeons. My pigeons are gone. The last pair of pigeons are leaving Wednesday. And I put all my Jubilee Orpingtons in the jailhouse because I'm trying to listen to Shane. So he came out to the farm and I said, well, this pigeon pen is not equipped for chickens. You're going to have to help me reconstruct it. We got to fix it where chickens can get in there. And so I put all my Jubilee Orpingtons in the jailhouse yesterday. And I'm feeling like my left ear just got cut off because that's not what I want to do. So anyway, but I'm trying to listen to Shane. Shane's never led us in the wrong direction. And I'm like, okay, all right, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of hearing it. You run your mouth all the time. I will put my Cochins here, my Orpingtons here, my Polish here, blah, 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 blah. I'll do it. I'll do it. It's not what I want to do, but I'll do it. So he came out to the farm to help me reconstruct the jailhouse to turn it into a chicken coop. And I said to him, I was trying to have a conversation with him, a normal conversation with him. And I said, should I put the coachings in the church? What do I breed? Because I do have a male coaching and females. And he goes, you need to cull some of these chickens. I said, what did you just say? He said, you need to cull some. I flipped my lid. I said, why would I cull a chicken when I can get $50 or $60 for a chicken? Judy, cull does not mean what you think it means. What does cull mean? It means sell some of your chickens. I said, dude, cull does not mean sell a chicken. Cull means to kill a chicken. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. So what do? I start getting out my phone, looking at ChatGPT because I know exactly what cull means. I am a chicken mama. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It doesn't mean, cull does not mean what you think it means. Dude, I have been in chickens for long enough to know the correct terminology. But he wasn't letting down. Here you go. Here you go. Blowing things out of proportion. Oh, this is me. This is all me. I'm blowing it out of proportion. Yep, you're blowing it out of proportion. I was like, Judy, walk away and count to 10. Walk away and count to 10. Because he does not know what he's talking about. Just walk away and count to 10. Don't argue with him. You know you're right. Walk away. So I tried to walk away a minute and catch my breath. And then he said, he ended up apologizing to me because he knew he was wrong. He said the wrong word. And so he began to tell me, you've got to separate these chickens by breeds. You are gonna have to sell purebred chickens and blah blah blah. And so I'm listening to him, and finally I just said, you need to go on out of my chicken yard. You need to go back onto your shop, and you need to go, I don't know, fix a skid steer. Let me stay in my farm. And then I sat there and I was about to start crying. I'm like, God, I'm sitting here changing my whole farm because he's telling me I have too many chickens. I need to breed chickens and all this crap. And like, I'm not enjoying any bit of this. I'm doing exactly what he's telling me to do. So I sat there. And I went and sat on the rock in my chicken yard. And I was like, what is he trying to tell me? Because he ain't saying it right. His words are janked up. That dude cannot communicate. And I was like, what is he trying to tell me? When he says you have too many chickens and you need to separate by breed and breed them purebreds, what is he trying to tell me? Because the words that are coming out of that mouth do not indicate love and concern. They the tone of voice that is coming out of his mouth indicates he's mad. Is he mad, or what is he trying to tell me? And I'm going to tell you, it slap wears me out trying to figure out what he's trying to tell me instead of him calmly saying what he means. It slap wears me out. And if you go back to last night before we were going to bed, when I was like saying to him, I was like, I just feel lonely, like there's a piece of the puzzle missing in our marriage. Like something is not right. I just feel sad and I feel lonely. I bet he feels the exact same way I feel when he's out in my chicken yard saying, "You got too many chickens." He's like, this girl is wearing me out with this freaking emotional bull crap she's giving me right now. That there's a piece of puzzle missing in our marriage and she's lonely, and all the bull crap she's saying right now. Oh, let me just sit here because I don't know what she's trying to tell me. So then the aftermath is me, because I'm the one going, okay, when I was putting Shane through all the crap that I was putting him through last night, what was I trying to tell him? And when he was in the chicken yard telling me I have too many chickens and I need to separate by breed, what the crap is he telling me? So our communication skills between the two of us are terrible, because we both communicate through emotional mind. Shane is feeling an emotion and he is having diarrhea of the mouth, spewing out in anger. I am an emotional mind saying there's a piece of the puzzle missing in our marriage. I feel lonely. I am caught up in emotional mind and I'm feeling sadness. So then there's me. Shane just goes about with his life. Like he woke up this morning, everything's fine, he's going to work. I'm over here trying to break down and what is he trying to tell me? His brain doesn't function like mine. Shane just goes on about his business and he ain't thought another minute about the puzzle missing a piece. And he ain't thought another minute about telling me to cull chickens and I need to separate by breeds. He's gone on with his life. And then there's me, that's stuck in everything. And my mind's going, why did he say that to me? La, la, la. I just feel like a piece of puzzle's missing and he don't understand and he don't. I carry it on for weeks until the problem is either solved or revisited. My brain does not work like Shane's brain. My brain has resentment. I'm pissed off weeks later because he told me that I had too many chickens. Where Shane hadn't thought another word about, well, why was she laying in the bed last night whining over a piece of puzzle missing and she's lonely? He hadn't thought another thing about it. And then there's Therapy Judy that goes to therapy every week to figure out what the crap I'm thinking and what the crap Shane's thinking to keep this marriage afloat. And I'm like, I am so sick and tired of being the mature one in the relationship to figure out what the crap he's trying to tell me and what the crap I'm trying to tell him. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. We'll start with Shane. He's angry. He has, he's telling me I have too many chickens. He's telling me to separate these chickens and breed. Why? Why? Why does he care if I separate my chickens when he don't even walk in the daggum chicken yard after being gone for 2 weeks? He ain't running to the farm to see the animals. He's running to his shop to build something or fix something. So what is he trying to tell me? Why is he lashing out in anger? What is this all about? How do I not resent him? Because I'm changing my lifestyle to please him. So how do I not be resentful and I don't know, hate his guts because he's telling me I have too many chickens? Do I just buck the system and tell him to go on about his business and get out of my business? And like, do I get mad at him and go, screw you? What do I do? How do I make a happy marriage? How do we both come together to a common ground? And I sat there and it was like a light bulb went off. And I was like, oh, oh. I know why he's saying that. When you're in a situation like mine, you can point the finger to the other person. He's mean. He's got a mouth from Hades. He's a narcissist. You can point the finger at the other person and you can make assumptions of what you think. But that's not being the best version of yourself. The best version of yourself is going, okay, go to a quiet place. Let's break this down and let's figure out what this person is telling me because his actions show anger and hate and ugliness and what is causing him to do that. You got to look within. Is there something that I need to change? Because I could point my finger at him and go, narcissist, ugly, that mouth of yours it needs a bar of soap in it. Like you need a spanking. I'm fixing to call your mama and your daddy right now and tell them to get to this house at 820 County Road 1225 and whip your butt because you are I know you were not raised like this. Your mama did not teach you this. And you're being downright rude. I could do that. Or I could stop and go, does he love me? Because that did not show love. Does he love me? Yes. Okay. What is he trying to tell me? And the first thing that came to my mind was he's trying to tell me it costs too much to run this farm. That's not what those are not the words that he chose to say. He chose to lash out in anger and rudeness. But that's not what he's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me that it cost a ton to run our farm. So then I sat here and I got my calculator. I was like, okay, let me just stop for just a minute. So he's trying to tell me that it costs too much to run our farm. Okay, let me figure out exactly how much it costs in chicken food. Okay, I pay $28 a bag. And Sweet God Love Kalmbach, they give me 9 50-pound bags for free. They sponsor my farm. And then I usually buy at least 13 bags in addition to the 9 that they give me. So I spend $364 a month on chickens out of my pocket. In addition to that is my feed bill for just the chickens. So I sat here and I was like, okay, $600 just on chickens. And I don't even sell their eggs. I donate all their eggs. And I don't breed chicken. I did breed last year, but for the past umpteen years, I haven't bred chickens. And I am in debt $600 a month with chickens. And a light bulb went on, like, that's what he's trying to tell me. He's trying to tell me that we are so upside down with chickens. And what he's trying to say is, you don't sell eggs, you donate. I have one person that donates to my farm every month. And my farm is a nonprofit farm. And majority of the stuff that I do is give back. I donate all my eggs. I do free field trips every week. So what Shane is trying to tell me is, when it comes to chickens, I'm upside down. Because I could put a little farm stand up and sell eggs to pay for my chicken feed. But instead, I donate all my eggs because I'm a giving person. So what he's trying to tell me is, Judy, you need to separate by breed and sell chickens. Because a baby chick, believe it or not, a baby chick purebred is about $20 for a chick. Well, I have that huge incubator, holds 200 and something eggs. So let's just say I have 200 baby chicks. So I could make $4,000 if I sold all those chicks. But instead, I'm spending $600 a month on chicken feed and donating all my eggs. And I got chickens everywhere. And that don't include the treats or the apples that I buy, or the spinach that I buy, or the scratch that I buy, or the sunflower seeds that I buy, or medicine that I buy, or vet visits that I have to go to. Like that $600 is just to feed them. I'm like, am I dumb? And I'm doing all this just because I enjoy sitting in the middle of the yard and have chickens all around me? Yes. Yes. I know that doesn't make sense, but yes, it brings me joyfulness. It brings me peace. Yes. Then, after I broke that down to figure out, okay, Shane is telling me that I'm backwards. I am so upside down when it comes to chickens, is what he's trying to tell me. So then I had to break it down a little bit more. And I said, but Shane doesn't buy the feed. Shane has, if I said to him right this minute, how much is a bag of chicken feed? He would have no clue. If I said, how much is a bag of Leroy's feed? He has no clue because he doesn't buy it. I do. I work my A double off at Sneed's Farmhouse to pay for this. That's why I kill myself doing live videos. I do 3 videos a week. I am doing field trips. I am going into libraries. I am doing tours. I am busting my tail to pay for Sneed's Farmhouse. But I do enjoy it. He has no clue how much feed is. If I said to him right now, how much do I spend on chicken feed? He would have no clue. If I said, how much of my feed is sponsored by Kalmbach? He has no clue. So where does he get that it costs so much money for chickens? Where did he get all his information? And then this light bulb went off in my head. I was like, oh no, it's from me. It's from me. I'm the big mouth. It's because I lay here in the bed and don't sleep and stress out on how I'm going to make ends meet every month with Sneed's Farmhouse. It's this. It's this mouth of mine, big old mouth, complaining, oh my God, I just spent $600 on chicken feed. Oh my God. I just went to the vet and it costs $100 to take this chicken to the vet to get some dadgum respiratory medicine. And then it costs me $80 for stupid antibiotics. It's me. I'm the one complaining. I'm the one who's griping and complaining about this. And then I was like, you and your dadgum big mouth, Judy. That mouth gets you in trouble all the time. And I thought, why am I complaining about paying for the feed? Why am I letting it cause me stress to make ends meet every month? What is causing all of this? What am I trying to say? It's so hard to figure all this out. Breaking things down is not easy. But I'm like, okay, what am I trying to say? What, when I lay in the bed with him and say, I just feel like a piece of puzzle's missing. I just feel lonely. What am I saying? So I know what Shane's saying when he's like, you need to separate some chickens. You need to cull some chickens. You need to get rid of some chickens. I know what he's saying. He's saying, Judy, I lay in the bed every single night and you're stressing out, not sleeping and bull crap, and I'm tired of it. And if I didn't do that, he would never know. He probably wouldn't say, get rid of your chickens. Because he don't know how much feed is. He just hears me griping about it. So what am I saying? When I tell him there's a puzzle piece missing and I just feel lonely, I'm by myself all this. What am I saying? So now it's time to figure out what the crap. I'm saying when I'm in an emotional mind, Shane's in an emotional mind when he is going, you need to get rid of some chickens. You need to call chickens. You need to separate and breed. He's trying to help me solve a problem. Instead of going, Judy, you sit and stress out all the time about your farm. You sitting here trying to run after YouTube to be this big old creator so you can pay for your farm and move to 50 acres. You're over here chasing this. And I'm over here on the sidelines watching you kill yourself, filming and editing and telling all your business on social media and doing tours and not being so exhausted at night and killing yourself for this. He comes out and you need to get rid of some chickens. So when it comes to me, what am I trying to tell Shane? Oftentimes, I feel all alone. I am the one trying to figure out how to make ends meet, how to grow, how to get where we're going. It's like I'm in this job trying to be promoted. Like every one of you that work or have worked in the past, you know how you bust your butt to get a raise or you bust your butt to get the next promotion because you want to move up, because you want to better your life. Me too. That's what I'm doing with Sneeze Farmhouse. I'm no different from anybody else, but oftentimes I feel alone. Shane does not do social media at all. As a matter of fact, he's just now started letting me film him. He doesn't like it at all. To the average person that doesn't understand what it's like to be a creator, they think she's on her phone all the time. She's on her phone. That's all she does. She's on her phone. But they don't view it as it's a job. I do enjoy social media, but it is a job. It's hard. But for the average person, people understand you going to work 8 to 5. Like they don't go, here she goes, she's going to work again. They don't say that. Like I don't see her and go, well, every day you're going to work from 5 o'clock in the morning to 5:30 in the afternoon. Every single day, Shane, you're going to work. I don't say that to him because it's understood. Shane has to work. But when it comes to me in the cell phone, that's not a job. I'm just having fun. And it's like every time I come over there, you're on the phone. 5:30 in the morning, you grabbing your phone. Because I'm going to work. I'm trying to figure out how to pay for Sneed's Farmhouse. I love my animals so much that I'm willing to do whatever it takes to provide for them. But I feel alone a lot of times because Shane is not into it like me. Shane's not running out there and sitting on the ground training Trace. Shane don't care if Trace is tame or not. He's not into it like I am. And sometimes I feel all alone. And even with my social media, you know, most, and I've said this before, but like most people that you follow that are from Alabama, they're couples. They do it together. One, you know, both couples film and they come together at the end and they're like, "Hey, try to do this. Oh, you should do this." Like, "Oh, this seems like they liked that you were doing this. You should do this more." They strategize with each other. And oftentimes I feel separated because Shane does not do that. Shane is not filming. Shane is not editing. Shane is not strategizing. Shane thinks this is dumb. And I feel alone. And oftentimes when I'm trying to figure out like how to advertise going to the libraries, because the libraries pay for my hay for a year. And I'm like, I bust my tail every June running every day to libraries with animals in the car, me trying to perform, me coming up with ideas for a performance, how to teach the kids so I'm entertaining. Like it wears me out sometimes trying to figure out how to do it all. And oftentimes I feel alone. When it comes to paying for Sneed's farmhouse, a lot of times I feel like it's I don't sometimes feel like a team. I feel because it's me figuring it out. It's me figuring out how to pay for the chicken feed. It's not us. Shane goes to work. Shane goes hunting. Shane's got other things. He's not worried about how we going to pay for the chicken feed. And I'm like, so that's why I'm feeling all alone. But is that a fact? I'm feeling that way, which means I'm in an emotional mind. And when I'm in an emotional mind, I'm like, there's just a piece of the puzzle missing. I just feel all alone. Okay, am I all alone? Now let's check the facts. Who built my peacock enclosure? Shane. Who built my barn? Shane. Who built my hay barn? Shane. Who bought the big old skid steer to help clean out the barn? Shane. Who helped construct the jailhouse into a chicken coop? Shane. Who built the education center? Who sawed the lumber, cut down the trees, sawed the lumber, and put the wood up on the wall? Shane. Who did the electrical work? Shane. Who put in the AC unit? Shane. So when I check the facts, I'm not all alone. So why am I feeling all alone? What's causing the disconnect? What's causing me to feel all alone? You can see how it's easy to get caught up in emotional mind because emotional mind is a feeling. I feel like something's missing. I feel all alone. You're caught up in a feeling. How do you regulate your emotions? because oftentimes we take our emotions and we put the responsibility on the other person. You're not making me feel safe. You're not making me feel like we are a team because of A, B, and C. But is that a fact? No. I just told you what all Shane had done in my farm. So, what is causing this disconnect with me? I personally think that when it comes to, there is some janked up thing. I don't know if it's past trauma. I don't know. There's something that's not firing right when it comes to, you know, how I always am scared of being homeless. There's something about money that is janked up in my head. And it's not because I'm bad with money, because I'm not. I'm not at all. So what, and Shane and I are not broke. So what is causing this disconnect with this money and feeling lonely? It's like I feel like if I said, "Hey Shane, I don't have enough money for chicken feed this month," which I've never done that, but let's just say I did. Let's say, "Hey, I haven't had any tours. It's winter and I don't have any money for chicken feed." And I said, "It's $600." He's going to go, "Dude, you need to get rid of some chicken." We're not doing that, Judy. No, I feel like nobody in their right mind would do that. Judy, we are not paying $600 a month for chickens. You need to get it together. And in my brain, it makes sense to me because I enjoy it. And in my brain, I will do whatever it takes to pay for my farm. I will bust my butt every day from dusk to dawn just to break even and not get a dime, because that's how much I love Sneed's Farmhouse. But to Shane, that does not make sense. Judy, you're working from dusk to dawn every single day, coming in exhausted, stressed out over money. And I'm like, but I'm really not. I just say that. I'm not really. I go out there and I'm in heaven. I love my life. I'm not stressed out. I don't know why I have diarrhea of the mouth and say the things I say. Because I have the perfect life to me. But my words say otherwise. My words, when it comes to paying for this, it comes out as, "She is so stressed out." Bless, that girl is so stressed out. There's some type of past trauma. I do know I grew up with a single mom and we didn't have a lot. I was the poor kid. I was the kid that had the little bitty nasty house when all my friends had like parents that were married and had nice houses and nice cars, and we were just trying to figure out how to put gas in our car, like we were not well off. So I don't know if the past trauma from that causes all of this. Probably. And my dad was he harped on us, save, invest, invest, invest. I mean, all the time. Invest. I mean, just constantly. He had some type of money trauma. I don't know. He grew up poor too. And my dad always invested. And my dad was I viewed him as well off. My dad had a beach house, my dad had a lake house, my dad had a condo, my dad lived on the bay, my dad had boats, my dad had an elevator in his house, my dad had a 3-story house at the beach. So I always viewed my dad as rich. That's how I looked at it. And then mom and Larry, I felt like were poor. They lived in a double wide trailer on my grandparents' land. So past trauma causes this insecurity that I have when it comes to Sneed's farmhouse. And then when all that gets triggers, I say it to Shane, and then Shane's like, you got to get rid of some chickens. I'm doing this. I have ownership in every bit of this. And see, being the best version of yourself is figuring that out. Because I could just say, Shane is freaking that mouth. I don't even know why I stay married to him. That anger that he has, that daggum nasty mouth, I could say that. But to be the best version of myself, I have to get off by myself and go, what is the dude saying to me? Because he has no communication skills and he doesn't know how to talk to me. And then I'm able to have grace upon him to figure out what he's saying. And then once I figure out what he's saying, I'm like, where is this coming from? Why is he saying this? When he don't even know how much chicken feed is. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. And then I realize it's all coming from me. I'm triggering that in Shane because of the things that I fear. This stupid fear that I have that's not even real. I mean, I'm never going to be homeless. I'm never going to be broke. Why do I fear it? That's stupid. Like, do you ever have fears that you're like, this is really dumb that I fear this? Like, it's really dumb. And I don't know how to overcome it. It's always going to be there. And every time I had this fear, it always go, but I have to go, oh God, here we go again. This freaking trauma is coming up. Because trauma never goes away. You just have to learn how to deal with it. And unfortunately, this trauma that I have when it comes to all this, it happens without me even realizing it. The fear that I have is so real, and I don't realize that I'm passing my fear on to other people like Shane. God has provided for my farm every single month. I've never gone without. Ever. Instead of me having gratefulness, and I do come to the point of going, oh, God is so good to my farm. It's provided for every single month. Instead, I sit and worry from past trauma of triggering all that trauma from years of past of bullcrap. But so many times, we'll run out and I don't know. So I'm getting a divorce. I'm sick of his self. I'm sick of his butt. I'm getting a divorce. We often run and do that when you stop and go, where is his crap coming from? And it's coming from my mouth. But what happens is in my head is sitting it out is blaming it all on Shane. Shane's trying to find solutions to help me. Shane is saying, Judy, you need to separate your birds to pay for your farm so you're not stressed out. And truth be, I'm not stressed out. I just get in an emotional mind and then I talk out of my butt to him. I do it every month. It always works out. But sitting it out is blaming. I am so sick of that mouth. I am about to run like Forrest Gump. Dancing is slowing down your brain. Slowing down your brain to go, am I triggering any of this? What can I do different? I can't fix Shane, but I can fix myself. So, what is causing Shane to have? Why is he screaming and hollering, I need to cull chickens, I need to sell chickens, I need to separate? What's causing him to do that? Why is he walking up in my farm telling me what to do? That joker's never sat down and fed my chickens out of his hand or fed them apples or uh, uh, spinach a day in his life. So why is he walking up in my farm telling me what to do? Because you got a big mouth, Judy. And because you're an emotional mind and you talk out your butthole and you're causing him to be triggered. He is the man. He's looking for solutions to fix it. And he's saying, Judy, if you cut half your chickens down, you wouldn't have a $600 chicken bill. You would have 9 bags of free food and you wouldn't pay a dime. But instead, you got to have 5,654 chickens running around the yard because it makes you happy. And you just sit around and gripe about how much it costs to feed them. I hope today that it helps you figure out how to be the best version of yourself. And a lot of times we trigger our spouses, but oftentimes we don't realize that we trigger our spouses because we go, he has anger issues. He's got a big mouth. He walks up in my farm acting like he's the boss of this place when he's not. We blame it on them. And then you go to bed mad at him because you're like, him and that mouth needs to be popped. We say that. And then we hold on a grudge for months. If he says one more time to get rid of my chickens, I am going to scream. But being the best version of yourself is going, where's he coming from? Why does he keep saying this to me? What is causing this? And I bet if I started doing the reverse, man, it is so easy to pay for this farm, man. It's so easy. I have gotten 15 tours for the month of March. 10 field trips. Man, this has been a piece of cake. I bet he wouldn't be screaming, get rid of me, your chickens. He'd be like, Judy's got this figured out. She's got this crap figured out. She's so smart. But all he hears is me griping. How much the vet bill is, how much it is to do their hoofs, how much it is to pay for their chicken feed, because oftentimes I do get stressed out because I have past trauma instead of going, my farm is paid for every single month. Thank you, Jesus. I have diarrhea of the mouth and I'm causing Shane to say all this because Shane loves me and cares about me. And he doesn't want to see me strapped down. But everything that he said in his mouth was the complete opposite of what he's actually really saying. And me laying in the bed going, there's a piece of the puzzle missing. I'm lonely. All this stuff. I'm not saying what I really mean. I'm not lonely. There's not a piece of the puzzle missing. I'm just in emotional mind and need. I'm needy. I'm just being needy. You have choices. You can sit it out and stop at he has anger issues. Or you can dance to figure out what that person is trying to tell you and stopping yourself and saying, do you have any ownership in this? Because chances are you have some type of ownership. And learning to be the best version of yourself is running after recovery, taking one step in front of the other and fixing you. I love you guys. I will see y'all Wednesday. Bye.